What is up, everybody? Happy Saturday night. We just posted some big news on the site on LSUODYSSEY.com for subscribers. Kind of want to give some back, just a little bit to it that hopefully will interest you as Tiger fans. This should come as no surprise to people who are really in the know with LSU and guys who we've wanted to be coaches at LSU. We've seen get close to be coaches at LSU. Guys who've been coaches at LSU, perhaps, maybe, but just have never quite gotten that big job, that high-profile job. Well, one of those such guys is in line, as a candidate to replace Jamar Cain. That news isn't LSU have found their new defensive line candidate. Defensive line coach, but that he is a candidate, a firm candidate to get this job. Because, not only was Bo Davis offered a job during the transition from Kelly to Orgeron, when Kelly first took the reins of the LSU program, he was after Bo Davis, coaching at Texas, defensive line coach. Very good recruiter. That's the thing here, is maybe he doesn't have the on-field expertise, I guess you could say, of a Jamar Cain. But Bo Davis is able to make up for that in recruiting, and his development has been solid as well. At the same time, there could be other candidates as well. We just are hearing Bo Davis is someone to definitely keep your eye on, as someone that Brian Kelly would most likely want to give a job to at LSU. LSU alum from 1990 to 1992, graduate assistant, and then went to a few places, came back, I think it was in 1995 or something like that, was LSU's assistant strength and conditioning coach. And so you got someone with LSU history, an LSU background, as an alum, as a former coach as well. It is very interesting to see. Brian Kelly loves to bring these guys back home, back to the boot. And Bo Davis, recruiting defensive linemen in Louisiana, that's really not a bad trade-off if you have to lose Jamar Cain. Big loss to lose Jamar Cain. Players were really emotional about it. He told them before practice that he was going to take the job with the Broncos. Then they had to practice with him today. It would have put them in a weird position. Talking to a few guys, they understand, they get it, but they're really sad to see him go. This could affect LSU recruiting-wise. This could affect LSU on the roster, maybe. But at the same time, expect Brian Kelly to really ramp up the gears fast and get a new defensive line coach in there ASAP. And Bo Davis is someone that we have heard is an emerging candidate. Doesn't mean he has the job. He signed, sealed, and delivered. But expect him, if he wants the job, likely to interview. Don't see why he wouldn't interview for this job. And I don't see why Brian Kelly wouldn't reach out, put some feelers at least out there to see if Bo Davis would be willing to leave Texas to come to LSU. That's what we got. It's right there on LSUODYSSEY.com. There's a lot more to it in that article, including someone who's going to become LSU's defensive line coach right now. I'm talking about this second. Who could that be? Check it out on LSUODYSSEY.com, baby. And I also wanted to do something. Big time shout out to my guy Harold Hibbard. He's been listening to us for, he said, 2 to 3 years now. Harold, thank you, my man. Definitely encourage you to go onto the site, LSUODYSSEY.com, to read some of these articles as well, because I think I'm probably a better writer than a speaker. But the fact that you've actually been listening to us this long is incredible. Thank you so much, my dude. Definitely going to up my game. Definitely going to try and get better at this every time we do this. And try and deliver you guys the best information out there in LSU media. That's what we try and do. We're not always going to hit the nail on the head, but we have no problem smashing our finger in attempting to do so. But lately, the last little while, fingers have been fine. No bruises, no hammer hits. It seems like you know when you listen to us, we're not going to give you something that's just a bunch of bullshit. We're not going to give you something that's just pulled out of our ass. We're going to give you something that is tangible, that you can actually go, wait a minute, did he just say that? Whoa. And there's probably likely, if you've been listening to us, if you've been reading us long enough, for a fact, there are times you have read or seen something that we have posted come to fruition way in advance. That has happened many, many times. And so our information has been proven, and we're just going to continue to try and get better at what we do and try and deliver the best to the best fan base in the country. LSU Tiger fans. Have a good Saturday night. Go Herald.